Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Friday, February 16th, and colder conditions over the next couple of days, and we may even see a touch of snow on Saturday. The models indicate maybe a trace, possibly up to an inch. Down deep, I could almost see somebody getting 3 or 4 inches across central or north central lower Michigan. Again, that's not likely the case at all. Probably a trace to an inch seems like the best bet, but don't be shocked if something like that were to happen. As the system drops down, it could pick up a little more moisture than what the models indicate. And then our headlines again, 30s over the weekend, upper 30s on Sunday, and then I think we got a pretty good soaking rain Monday into Tuesday. Right now I'm calling for about 8 tenths to 1.4 inches most areas. We may have to bump that up, and we may actually delay that. Instead of Sunday night to 6 into Tuesday night, I think we may be looking at maybe later Monday into Tuesday into early Wednesday. But depending on the model, some of the timing differences are off right now. We'll update my final forecast. I'll show you in a bit. We'll update that on Sunday morning as far as the overall amounts of precipitation expected. As far as the climate data, our normal high is 32, the normal low is 15, and we got down to 17 below in 1904, so it can get quite cold this time of year. Yesterday we had a high of 44 and a low of 34. Melted a lot of snow yesterday. We're down now to just 2.5 inches of snow on the ground and just a couple of hundredths of an inch of some drizzle and some light rain yesterday, but we're going to add quite a bit of rainfall here over the next 4 or 5 days. And if we look at current conditions around the area, pretty mild for this time of year. Temperatures in the upper 20s to low 30s across the area. And again, you can see our new station we're going to be putting in here in March over at Lakeview. And the satellite view this morning, you can see the precipitation that came just to our south with a lot of heavy rainfall. And we had just a few trace amounts across most of the areas. Some of the heavier precipitation down in southeast lower Michigan, but again, mainly off into the Ohio Valley. You can see the cold temperatures coming in, spreading in from the Dakotas into Minnesota. That's the air mass that's coming this way. And then our next system that comes in for later tomorrow and tomorrow night will be this system in the northwest. As it drops down, it's going to try to tap some of this moisture. It probably doesn't get it. So again, mainly trace amounts to possibly an inch of snow in some areas. And if we look at satellite view, you can see that heavy rain that was across the areas just south of southeast lower Michigan, but especially into the Ohio Valley. Very rainy overnight period across much of the Columbus area. And you can see some leftover snow that changes briefly over to some snow. Again, this will all pretty much dissipate and move out of the area. We expect sunshine to develop today. Again, it'll be quite cold. Temperatures will be steady around 30, maybe slipping into the 20s. And then if we take a look at the weather map for Sunday, this high pressure system will move off to the east. We're going to get a nice influx of Gulf moisture and warmer temperatures. Temperatures as we get into Monday and Tuesday are going to climb up close to 50 degrees or better. And you can see thunderstorms all the way up into portions of southeast Iowa, along with some freezing precipitation further to the northwest. But again, we expect for the most part, this is going to be a rainmaker, and we could see again quite a bit of rainfall as we get into Monday into early Wednesday. As far as any snowfall, you can see mainly light amounts. This would be for that system tomorrow. And again, any significant accumulations of greater than 2 inches are going to be relegated back into the upper Midwest and the far northwestern Great Lakes. As far as precipitation, this is the key. We expect this to produce a lot of rainfall. I would not be surprised to see this shift even farther north with the heavy rains. Again, we'll update that final forecast on Sunday. Right now, I bumped this up this morning to 0.9 to 1.4 inches, a little bit on the lower end, raising that amount. Again, we'll track that as we start getting numbers in at our weather stations all weekend long. Again, here's the target zone where I want to see most of the stations, but the overall average for 13 stations is what my forecast is based off. So some areas are going to probably get close to 2 inches. Some areas may only get around 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. But again, I think this is a widespread 1 inch type rainfall for many areas coming up. As far as the forecast goes today, you can see with some sunshine developing later this afternoon, temperatures will be holding steady around 30 and then slipping down quite a bit as we get late in the day, down to about 10 degrees above zero tonight. We'll start out sunshine tomorrow, but then those clouds will move in with that system dropping in from the northwest. Just a trace amount of snowfall, and then the fun begins as we get into Sunday night, but especially for Monday night, Tuesday, into maybe Tuesday night into Wednesday. right now. Again, the European model is about 24 hours slower than the U.S. model, so we'll have to keep an eye on the timing of this. But again, all areas should get a real soaking rain, and Monday definitely could be a rainy day and Monday type day. As far as weather watch, some wind chill advisories off to the arrowhead of Minnesota back into the Dakotas, and some flood advisories and flood warnings off to our southeast. Again, we will see more in the way of flood conditions across southeast lower Michigan as we get into the early and middle parts of next week. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourself a great day, a great weekend, and 73s to all.